Bounding down the steps to leave St James Park, Pep Guardiola cheerily blew kisses in acknowledgement of the Newcastle United fans affording him a warm reception. About 40 minutes earlier, looking up at the Milburn stand on full time, he'd worn a thin smile as the home end celebrated a draw. At the start of the season, Newcastle will have had a mark alongside it for Guardiola, a mark denoting potential lost points in a stadium that can swallow opposition whole. A draw on day one without Rodri appeared fine for him. Even with the Spaniard, they've struggled here in the past. His players felt slightly differently. Captain Kyle Walker shook his head down the tunnel and animatedly debated the afternoon with friends still in his shin pads right up until Guardiola headed for the coach. Mateo Kovacic talked about how Manchester City always need to win. Rico Lewis discussed taking the positives and negatives. Guardiola has openly said in recent days that he needs to find solutions without fundamental Rodri, and there is already a body of evidence to suggest that they can cope. The guy only played 66 Premier League minutes before the ACL and meniscus tears, and the champions remain unbeaten, so Guardiola will not be panicking. There is part of him that will undoubtedly be relishing how to complete this puzzle, because that is just how his curiosity and competitive edge works. There aren't many players in Europe who function as two on their own. In fact, Rodri might stand alone in that. Guardiola knows this, and the logical long-term idea will be what was on show on Tyneside, a two-man midfield and a centre-half stepping up to create an overload in the central area, attempting to dominate when opposition make games as narrow as possible. This will not present a problem in most matches. City are too good, too strong both physically and mentally for the vast majority. But in an unusual lively early kickoff, Newcastle's countering prowess and ability to transition quickly caused issues that will resurface for City when the truly big games come around in November and December. It's why Guardiola wants the screeners, while knowing that doubling up will have an impact on their attacking output. The trick is to find a way, in those top matches, of making sure Erling Haaland doesn't appear isolated. Having Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden back and sharp will only help in that regard. For now though, City are over the immediate hump in terms of two tough fixtures: Arsenal and then Newcastle, and a 49-hour turnaround for a cup game.